Hello everyone, what is up? Welcome back to my channel. If you're new, my name is Brianna and welcome to a very cool new rendition of the monthly resets around here. So as you've all seen from my channel, other channels, a lot of creators choose to do a monthly reset and reflect video, which I did a lot of those last year as kind of like a first trial, giving it a try, seeing if I liked it. And what I realized at the end of the year was it just felt every month so daunting. Like it just wasn't for me the way that I was resetting or reflecting on each month of the year. And so we are changing that, and I'm going to take my own little spin and tweak on a little monthly reset, and we are just going to call them Welcoming the Month series. So that's what we're going to do on this little corner of the internet here. So this month we are doing my Welcoming February, where we do a lot of the same components as a monthly reset and reflect, but it's actually going to span over the entire day, so a little bit more vlog style. So we are going to do a little bit of reflection from last month. We're going to talk about my goals that I'm setting for this next month, so my goals for February. We're also going to share like a vision board, because I'm starting to do vision boards per month, which is kind of fun and just gives me a little bit of a creative outlet. But in addition to that, we're also going to do things like grocery shopping, my everything shower skincare that I do at the beginning of every month, or, you know, fresh flowers, or cleaning the office and vacuuming and resetting our space for a fresh month as well. So it's not going to just be a more sit down video, it's actually going to be a little bit more vlog style. So I'm excited to take this new fun approach to a monthly reset and reflect. So with that, I need to actually get to my desk because I am starting the workday. I've got a nice warm cup of coffee, but before this I did my everything shower, which I do an everything shower at least once a week, but I always try to line up my like last everything shower or one of my first ones on like the first of the month or within the beginning of the month, so I can also kickstart the month with an everything shower. And I wanted to share my everything shower skincare and hair care with you as well. So I'm going to insert past Brianna when I had just gotten out of the shower in my bathrobe and my hair towel, where we will do my skincare together. But my skin is very hydrated, it's very glowy, and I love that. I feel like a glazed donut when I come up out of the shower after my like full I was gonna say full body routine, like what am I trying to say? My full everything shower. I always feel like I'm very hydrated, moisturized, like my skin is sinking and like absorbing all the product. So with that, I'll insert that now. I need to go sit down at my desk, and then a little while later we are gonna talk about some monthly reflection and my February goals. So comment down below at the end of this vlog or now if you're excited for the change. Let me know what your thoughts are, and let's just have a nice day together. So I just took my everything shower. What I try to do is line up my everything shower at the beginning of the month. Not that I don't do that, of course, like every week, right, where you do everything, but especially when it comes to a new month, I try to keep it very aligned. So today's, I think it's like February 4th or 5th because we were away for the weekend. So today is the day that we did the everything shower, double shampooed, hair mask, exfoliated, face wash, like shaved. We are like full and ready to go for a fresh start. So with that, let's do my post everything shower skincare. It's the same as my, I would say, everyday skincare, but there's one product in here that I always use, especially after my like everything shower when I'm not just regularly washing my face. But I got these little samples. They are the Caudalie Vino Perfect Radiant Serum. What I think that this is supposed to do is help with dark spots and just like dark areas on the face, and I definitely feel like I have that. So I ended up buying this in a full size. It was very expensive though. Like I ended up getting 3 little testers to see if I would actually really like it, and I did, so I ended up buying it. I had no idea how much it was going to be like regular price, and when I went in, this like bigger bottle was like 80 bucks. I'm going to use it start to finish, see if I see like a drastic difference, but I really like it, and I do think it's making my face a little bit brighter and getting rid of some of the darkness here under my eyes. Next I go in with my tried and true, the Be Hydra Intensive Hydration Serum. This is something that I have been using for literal years. I actually started using it with the like vitamin C serum. However, the vitamin C serum used to actually break out the eczema around my hairline and like burn my skin, so I stopped using that. I love this. My skin drinks it up. It's just, it is perfect. I haven't used any other like hydration serums, but I've probably gone through like 10 of these, and I just love them. I think they are incredible. I think they're the best. Next, this is specific to my everything shower because I exfoliate and I wash my face. When I wash my face every day, I normally don't use this. When I exfoliate, I do. It is the Dr. Jart Ceramidin Skin Barrier Moisturizing Cream, and because I'm like scraping all that stuff off my face, I like to make sure that my skin barrier is still pretty like protected, I would say, and I actually do think that it's working, especially with my eczema or just like drier skin. I think it's nice, and I do say I put on a pretty like a thick layer when I do my everything shower especially, and I do that because all my pores are even more open than they would be if I just regularly washed my face. But also, in addition, I feel like now that my face is really exfoliated and everything is open, I like to really try to work this deep into my skin so that my skin barrier is nice and protected. And because of the eczema, when I get eczema breakouts around my like lower mouth line and up here, I just feel like I like to make sure that it is very good to go and protected. And then last but not least is the Summer Fridays sunscreen. I use this every day too. Again, really the only thing that I change up about my like skincare routine when I do the everything shower is I never not use this moisturizer, just because I like to make sure that after I exfoliate it's very like hydrated and my skin barrier is protected. The other thing, wear your sunscreen. If you're not wearing sunscreen every day, make sure to add that into your routine. You don't need to have a super expensive one. You can have any little base layer of sunscreen that you want. I have tried the Supergoop, loved that for years, and I actually just started trying this Summer Fridays one in, I think it was the summer post my Disney trip with Casey. I was like, oh, I actually love the way that that sunscreen is applying, and it does not make me look oily, I feel like. So I gave it a try. I've already used and gone through 2, maybe 1. No, I think it was 2. I think I've gone through 2. Maybe it was just one, I don't remember. But I love this. It is pretty pricey. I think it's in the 40s. However, because of my eczema prone skin, it's really hard for me to not sometimes use products with like the in quote best ingredients because of my skin. So I feel like I have to do that. So either way, wash my hair. I can have everything that I used in the shower linked below. Shampoo today, I used the Way detoxing shampoo. I use that once a month at the beginning of every month, and especially when I have a ton of product that's been like residual in my hair. And then I used the Normcore Amika shampoo, I think, and then I used the Amika Soul Food hair mask, and then shaved my leg with my Flamingo razor, and First Aid Beauty face wash, and the Trader Joe's like microdermabrasion like spray exfoliant, because it's very, very nice. So next I go in with these 3 products for my hair. The first one is the Prep Rally Prime and Prep Detangler. It also is a heat protectant, so I just spray this all over my hair. I'll actually go through all of them. And then I go in with the Color Wow Dream Coat for curly hair. Miracle Moisture Mist creates the perfect frizz-free curls. So I've been going in with this because I actually really like it and I like the way it smells. And then I go in with the Way leave-in conditioner. I've gone through like 10 bottles of these. So that is everything that I use after my everything shower. I can have all this stuff linked down below. This is everything. And then I also normally go in with my eye cream from, what was the brand? First Aid Beauty, but it's been kind of burning my eczema a little bit, so I actually just invested in a new one. So we'll try that eye cream out in a little bit and I'll report back. But we are all done with skincare. Wanted to share I need to now get dressed, lotion my legs, get my hair products in my hair, and then we are going to be ready to welcome February. All right, so what do we think of this filming backdrop? I think it's kind of cute. I just really wanted to highlight my beautiful flowers. I'm gonna move over here a little bit when I put my goals up on the screen and whatnot, but I just feel like this is really cute. I actually ended up pulling off the like Corey's cologne off the dresser and just like shifting. This is normally in the middle, and so I just shifted it down. But comment down below, do we like the backdrop? Do we like the backdrop for the vlogs and little sit down chatty videos? Let me know down below. I was trying to change it up a little bit today. But with that being said, let's get into a little bit of a January reflection really quick. I promise this is not going to be long, and the reason why is I set no goals for myself in the month of January, and that was because we had too much going on that I had originally intended to do a January like goals, but didn't happen. We went to Iceland. We had a family friend that ended up passing away unexpectedly. We were traveling a ton. We were constantly just on the go and living like literally day to day. So the idea of setting goals in January, I'm glad I didn't, because even if I did have to reflect on them, I probably would not have hit a single one. So it felt good to just kind of ease into the year. And the other thing was I actually enjoyed taking the month of January to really reflect on what the year brought me aside from December, because we were just so busy. And I was also doing Vlogmas, so it felt good to just kind of like reset and reflect. But January was a crazy month. It was a wild month. It felt like it was 100 years long. Comment down below if you feel like January was one of the longest months of your life. I was on January 75th. Like, it was the longest month ever. I'm so excited to finally be in December, and so I feel really, really good about now finally being in February. We have a lot of fun things coming up this month. I've got some really good goals that I feel like are so attainable because I'm just really feeling energized and ready to get into February. So with that being said, let's get into my February goals now. I'm gonna put them up on the screen per category. I'm opening up my Notion on my Mac right now. I have to say, I really enjoyed doing my goals on Notion as I've done right now. I cannot do a Notion tour for you, and the reason why is I actually took a, here we go. I took a template from another creator. I think her name was her name's Mackenzie Borg. I can link her channel link down below, where I literally was like, hey, I like how you set your goals up in that tab, like your monthly goals. Can you send me your template? Because I don't like Notion so far, and it's a lot of work to get in there, and I just really want to be able to plan out my goals and call it a day. So took a template from her. I have no idea how to do Notion. I just like to go in each month and put in my monthly goals. So this month for goals for February, I have 5 different categories. I have financial, I have personal, I have health and wellness, I have social media, and I have relationships. So I have 5 categories of goals that we are gonna go through. And then after I share my goals, we're also going to look at my vision board for the month. I've been making a vision board per month. I made a whole vision board for the Notion, but I made a vision board for February and was like, ooh, I like this. Also, see, this candle needs batteries too. It's already out. So with that being said, let's get into my financial goals. I'll pop them up on the screen. You know what? This also might not fit with the goals, so we're gonna just drop that in my drawer down here. And now hopefully the goal will fit up here in this box where we can chat about it. So let's talk about my financial goals. My first financial goal is low impulse Amazon spending. I, for the last month of January, have just been going on Amazon for 10 minutes and buying something within 30 seconds. I don't know what it is, but it is just something about Amazon that gets me, and I need to get off of Amazon. So I'm really hoping for a low Amazon impulse spend month because it's where I spend probably majority of my impulse money is on Amazon. Next is I'd like to put $1,000 in our wedding savings. My goal is to have our wedding fully paid off by like the end of the year and the time of the wedding. So a lot of my savings goals that you'll see throughout the year are going to be prioritized in my saving, like in my wedding savings. Next is I'd like to pay off my credit card. I did get a small bonus from work at the like beginning of January or end of January, and so I would love to take that bonus, save a little bit of it, and then also pay off my credit card with it so I can have no bills on my credit card and no money sitting on there, so that would be great. Next is I'd like to do $200 in Disney gift cards. Our Disney trip is in March, so we're about a month away, and this is kind of my last month to budget and save. I've got about $500 or $600 of gift cards right now, so that will put me at about $800. I don't know if we'll spend all of that, but I do think that it's beneficial to have it in case we need it, and we always are at Disney, so I feel like just even buying gift cards every month is good because it's a way to start budgeting and saving. And then last is to stick to my monthly budget. Last month, like I said, I was doing a lot of impulse Amazon spending, a lot of frivolous shopping, and I really want to stick to the budget that I set in place. Maybe one day I'll share my budget online. Comment down below if you actually want to see my budget and me going through it. I actually used Carter's budget template that she bought off of Etsy. I really, really like it. I just started getting into strict budget. I don't want to say strict budgeting, but really typing in a lot of my finances at the latter half of last year, so like September and October. I was really sticking with it, and this January was my first month that I was like every 3 days putting in my transactions, and I was really proud of that, and it was really great to actually see where I was spending. Holy cow, was I impulse Amazon spending, like banana land. So comment down below if you want to see any of my budgeting. Maybe I'll share with you that one day. I won't share my income, but I can share like what I plan for certain budgeting if you want to see that, and if not, that's cool too. So next, let's get into my personal goals. So I have a few personal goals this month. The first is to complete 2 puzzles. I have a goal to complete like 2 puzzles per month. So that will probably be a very like running goal list. Maybe certain months it will be less, certain months it will be more, but right now I am in my puzzle era. I didn't get to do any in January, so I'm like trying to move past that, but I'd like to do 2 puzzles this month. I have 2 that are on my like excited to do. I have a new Disney one, and then we also have some travel ones, so would love to do those this month. Next is I'd like to read 40 hours. 1 book on my Kindle and 1 physical book. Not like 20 hours on the Kindle, 20 hours in a physical book, but I do have 1 book on my Kindle. I forget the name. I think it's Don't Don't Let Her Out or Don't Say Something. I forget exactly what it was, but it was a thriller. And then I would love to read Too Late by Colleen Hoover. I have that in physical copy. So really prioritizing hours of reading this month. Next is I'd like to watch the first 3 Marvel movies in the series. I think that what I might do is try to have Corey and I do that one like weekend day this month, maybe on a Sunday. Like our Sundays this month, we can pick a Marvel movie and make a nice home cooked like Sunday meal and just sit down on the couch and watch them. And then my next one is I'd like to wear new items from my closet. I am someone who, when I impulse spend, leave things in the closet with an idea or almost like a day and time in which I'd like to wear them. So like that sweater would be perfect for a Sunday at Costco when I'm grocery shopping, and then when I go to Costco on Sunday to grocery shop, I throw on like a dingy sweater that I've had for 5 years. So I want to wear through some of my new items. I started that today. This is not new, but I have not worn this Lululemon sweater in what feels like months. So I was like, you know what? We're wearing through some of those like hidden things in the closet and the new items with the tags. So that is my last personal goal of the month. And now let's head into my health and wellness goals. So for my health and wellness goals this month, I would love to find my 3 morning non-negotiables. I'm never gonna have a morning routine that's the same. I'm never gonna have a night routine that's the same. I tried that in the beginning of, or like not beginning, but like majority of 2023. Some days I get up at 6:30 and I edit and I read and I'm just like a cute morning girly. And then there's other days where I get out of bed at 8:45 and have to start work at 9 o'clock. And you're lucky if I get out of my pajama bottoms. So the idea of making a larger morning routine and night routine doesn't feel very sustainable. So I'm starting out small and I'd love to just find my 3 non-negotiables. That could be drinking a liquid IV, standing outside in the sun for 10 minutes, and washing my face, right? Like just little things that bring me joy in the morning. Maybe it's reading for 20 minutes. Maybe it's sitting on the couch, you know, first thing when I get out of bed. I'm not too sure yet, but we're gonna find what those are this month. Next is I'd like to go to the gym 2 times a week. So I have not gone to the gym in years. I've never been someone that's worked out. If you're like new around here, I was a competitive cheerleader all my life. So up until I went through college, when I cheered in high school, cheered my first year of college, and my college cheer team was just not competitive at all. It was just more of like a club, and I just didn't really want to cheer anymore. I was kind of over it. Didn't want to like not be cheering extremely competitively and have it be more of a competitive edge to it. So decided to stop. And when I went to college, I tried the gym for a little bit. I just don't love the gym. Like I've just never been someone that's loved it. I tried it here and there every few years, every so often, but I am somebody that just in general wants to move my body, whether that's light lifting weights, walking on the treadmill, walking on the Stairmaster, just like getting my heart rate up and getting a sweat in, I think is really important, especially for just body health and keeping myself happy and healthy and having those endorphins run through me. So going to the gym 2 times a week is a really good place to start because I'd love to start moving my body. Next is I'd like to spend 10 hours outside. It is freezing, like so cold, but the sun has been coming out more. So the idea of like a quick 30-minute walk in the morning with a hot cup of coffee with Corey or in the afternoon feels very attainable. We just spent about like an hour and a half outside when we did a nice walk this weekend. So I'm already ticking off some of those. And then the next is 3 new recipes. I love cooking new recipes and so does Corey. It's a way that we spend a lot of quality time together. So this month I really want to prioritize 3 new recipes. We've got some really fun cookbooks that we really haven't honestly cooked through in a while, so I would love to get some new recipes on the books this month. And I put that one in health and wellness because I also want to be eating like good healthy recipes versus Chipotle chicken ranch supreme Dorito bowl. Like I just want to be eating also healthier items, so I put that in the health and wellness. Next, for my social media goals of the month, to start us out, we have 3 podcast episodes. We are basically, I think, gonna hit this goal because starting February 7th, so not today's Monday, but come Wednesday, we actually are gonna have our next episode up. We're filming tomorrow night, so I'm excited for that. Next is I would like to do 12 videos on YouTube this month. I'm back in my YouTube space. I'm so excited to be back on YouTube. I have to say, and this is gonna be an honest moment, and the last time I said something like this, I got dragged through the mud on Reddit where people were like saying rude things about me, but I just am vocalizing it because I think it's important to share. For some reason, I feel like my views on YouTube have gone down, which is a little bit disappointing because I felt like I was on a really good high. And now I feel like I'm in a little bit of a lull, but I feel like that's a part of social media anyway. I'm just grateful for all of you that do watch my videos and welcome me into your home. So I was feeling a little bit disappointed in that, but then I had the realization that like the people that want to be here and watch me are here watching me. So if your views ebb and flow, like so what? It's okay. But either way, I want to post 12 videos on YouTube. I have some really fun video ideas for the month to share with you guys, and I asked what you wanted to see over on Instagram and you guys gave great ideas. So I'm excited to implement some of those. Next is I'd like to post on stories 3 times a week on Instagram, whether that's like chatty moments like this or just like posting photos in my stories or a day in my life on stories. I don't know. I feel like Instagram has really been on the back burner and I like to be able to post in real time. I think it's fun and I don't want to just push that platform off to the side, but I think it could be fun to get a little bit more engaged there. And then next is a weekly photo dump every single week on Instagram. Now, I am still going to do my like February unseen moments because those are my favorite. Like every month I post unseen moments from the month, but I do love a weekly photo dump. I just did one the other week and that was technically from like January, but weekly photo dumps are fun and I like doing photo dumps. And like, let's make Instagram casual again. Can we stop with the theme? Can we stop with the aesthetic? Can we just make my like petition for 2023 for Christ's sake, my petition for 2024 is to make Instagram casual again. Make it fun, make it lighthearted, make it low key, share what you want to share, post photos, share what you love. Like, let's keep Instagram casual. Let's bring back casual Instagram. And last in the relationship goals for the month of February, my first one is I'd like to do some date nights, one for an at-home Valentine's Day and the second one for a new restaurant. So I actually booked Corey, and I guess I can change that. Yeah, that's not gonna say new restaurant, it's just gonna say restaurant because I booked Corey and I a reservation to go to Brico Trattoria in Glastonbury, which is like one of our favorite restaurants here. So we're definitely gonna be able to check that off. Next is plan our Disney vacation together. We have a little bit of things that need to change. Like we had some dining reservations that ended up needing to get tweaked and altered based on like, we are staying at a deluxe resort, so there's deluxe evening hours that we really want to prioritize. So we might have to move some dining reservations around. So we will need to sit down and plan the rest of our vacation together. And then last but not least, but FaceTime dates with friends. I'd like to have 2 this month. I've got one scheduled for Tuesday with my BFF Casey, so I'm ready for that one. And then any of my girlies that are watching this, if you want a FaceTime date, let's book it because I feel like I haven't really prioritized as many like FaceTime, just like casual, chatty, catch up FaceTimes with friends in a while, minus Caitlin. I FaceTime Caitlin like 6 times a week for 4 hours and we're always chatting. How we find things to talk about, I'm not sure, but man, could we talk for 100 hours. So those are my February goals. I feel really good about them and I am just ready to enjoy a really beautiful month of February. I feel like January, I'm ready to kick to the curb. I'm over it, I'm done, let's move on. We're gonna start something fresh. And then I do have my vision board that I made, so I'm gonna go ahead and throw that up on the screen here so that we can kind of walk through it. I guess I can move back over. So I'm gonna go ahead and put my vision board up on the screen here. This is my first month ever doing an actual large vision board just for the month in particular, and I actually really enjoyed it. I felt like it was fun to put photos to goals that I had, so I did the vision board after I did the goals. If you haven't done that before, I recommend trying it. It was really fun to just bop around on Pinterest, but here's my vision board. Let's walk through it. First and foremost, I have a photo of a closet with some clothes because I would love to wear through my closet, especially some of the new things that have tags. Like, let's get those tags pulled off and let's wear your new items. Next is the gym and the treadmill specifically because that's just where I feel the most comfortable right now at the gym, is on the treadmill. And so I just want to prioritize doing something at the gym that makes me feel comfortable versus doing something at the gym that's like forcing me in right away, because I don't want to quit. I want to start slow and really work my way up. Next is a nice puzzle because I want to get 2 puzzles done this month, and Disney balloons for our Disney vacation because I'm really looking forward to planning the rest of that with Corey. It's something that we have been really excited about and looking forward to, so I'm very excited and ready for that. Next is a couple out to dinner, just holding hands at a table because I would love to do a nice out of the house dinner date with Corey this month. Next is a book, or I would say books because there's multiple books there, but just prioritizing reading. Like, I just want to get back into the space of reading and enjoying a book, and I find that I just like mindlessly scroll at night. I doom scroll and I just want to get away from that and prioritize hours of reading. And then next is the Iron Man comic strip right here because I believe from my research that Iron Man is the first Marvel movie. Comment down below if I am wrong. I think it's the 2008 one. but that does feel kind of off because I'm pretty sure there's a Spider-Man that came out when I was a little kid. So I don't know, I'm gonna have to really figure that out. But either way, Iron Man, Marvel, wanting to start my Marvel series. And then the photo under that is just like new recipes and cooking at home and just like being in the kitchen more, which is that bottom image. And then the top one is credit cards, like let's get my credit card paid off. I'm excited to have 0 on there and just move forward with creating miles and paying it off every month in little pieces. And then we've got the podcast, of course, 2 headphones, 2 microphones, and like getting in the podcast swing. We've been loving the podcast recently, so I'm just excited to have that one. And then the last one is just a girl walking in the snow because it's cold here. So just because I have cold weather doesn't mean I can't walk outside. So I wanted to really show someone walking in cold, blistery weather, so it would also energize me to get out no matter the weather and the temperature. That is my February goals and my February mood board. I feel good about it. I'm excited. I'm ready. So now it is lunchtime because I'm on my lunch break from work, so I'm gonna go and make some lunch, and then probably still during my lunch break, if I have some time, I would love to clean the office, or not office, well yes, the office, but this bedroom needs to get like dusted, vacuumed, and just like we have little odds and ends that need to get put away. So I'm also bringing that into my welcoming the new month, because I find that sometimes we just clean like not in like little pockets, but I do think starting the month fresh with like a clean space is always nice. So we're gonna go cook some lunch. Normally I would meal prep, maybe we'll do that in a different, like welcoming a new month, but today it just doesn't work that way. So let's go and make some lunch. So a slight nice change of plans, which is Corey, when I just walked out to go cook lunch, Corey was like, oh, I'm just gonna cook the chicken right now because I'm going to make my salad and then I'm gonna sit down at my desk. And I was like, oh, if you can cook, that means I can still vlog on my lunch break, and that would be the dream. And then I don't have to worry about cooking. So Corey is going to cook right now. The dresser and to both of our dressers, the bookshelf needs to get dusted, the mirror needs to get Windexed, and then on top of it, I'd love to vacuum our floor and pick up the little nuances around the ground. I love, when I tell you, love starting a new month with things like dusted, Cloroxed, and just completely wiped down. Especially here, like there has been a lot of sickness going around, and so I like to just get the germies and kick them to the curb. So we are going to dust, clean, organize, vacuum, a quick little like 30-minute spurt. One thing that I would recommend is sometimes I can get in my own head about cleaning. I'm like, oh, I have to organize my drawers if I'm gonna clean and put things away, and then it just elongates the process. So find something that's timed. I have a new episode of The Main Street Dish that came out today, and it's 36 minutes. So I know that I cannot clean longer than that episode. So it keeps me within a time constraint. I also probably won't clean for 40 minutes, but if I do, it gives me that little time constraint and I can finish other things after. And it just helps me prioritize what is most important versus everything is the same priority of importance. So let's get to cleaning. We're gonna do a little cleaning montage, and let's get this room nice and clean and ready for a new month. Alrighty, so we have finished cleaning up my room. The podcast has been going for 26 minutes, 14 seconds, so 10 minutes remaining, and that means that I got the entire room cleaned in 26 minutes, and it was just perfect. I was just like moving, I was prioritizing what I needed, and if I felt like I'll do that one extra thing, I did. My dresser drawer, like my top, of course, the junk drawer, right, is always a little bit of like a pain in the butt, so that's gonna be just like a weekday task. Maybe I'll do it today, this afternoon, if I feel like I have a little bit of time. I am ready to go sit back down at my desk. I just need to throw my lunch together really quick. Corey cooked the chicken, so I just need to grab that. Like I said, I have about like the 9 minutes left because I took kind of like the first 20-ish minutes to film my goals segment. So it is now time to go and grab some lunch, which Corey made chicken. Maybe I'll do a salad. Maybe I'll do rice and a veg. I'm not quite sure what I'm in the mood for. Probably chicken rice and a veg because that's like my favorite. We dusted, we vacuumed, we Windexed the mirror. Everything got put back in its home. The only thing that needs to get a little bit more organized, but that's like a little bit larger of an organization, is I have a black ottoman in our room that holds our podcast gear and is like the catch-all for like electronics we don't use, old beats, podcast stuff, manuals for the recorder. And I just feel like I could probably organize that better, put all the podcast stuff in like a Ziploc, like a big, like not tote bag, but like a pouch. There you go, like a pouch, and then put all my new coloring stuff in the top of that, so I can always just like lift the lid and either pull out the coloring stuff or pull out the podcast bag. So I think I'm gonna do something along that line. Oh, I probably could use my little backpack that I never used that I got from Target last year. That's like the size of a pouch. And then it would all be organized. Yeah, that's exactly what I'm gonna do. So I'll do that at some point, but the room is clean. It feels so good. I love nothing more than just like getting the room clean and organized and just like put together and making it feel like we're in a really good spot. So we're starting off the month really strong, and for the future, I'm gonna film these, or try my best to film them on the 1st or 2nd of every month. So they won't come on the 1st of the month, but they'll be filmed on the 1st or 2nd of every month. And that gives me a little bit of leeway at the end of the month with my coffee chat and my schedule as well. So I'm just rambling, but it's time to go crack a soda, get some lunch, and we'll touch base closer to the end of the workday because I am in meetings now from 1:15 to I think about 3:30 or 4 o'clock. So I have a busy afternoon, but it is time to go make some lunch, and I'm feeling really good about the progress that I made in my room today. Alrighty, hi everyone. I am going to close out this vlog because it is basically the end of the day. We just finished up dinner, and it was a nice kind of resetting and welcoming the month. We are going to start our laundry first thing tomorrow, which will also start our month off on a really good foot, and I plan to spend the rest of the night. I'll show this in my welcoming March video, like a bigger screen, just because it's not done right now because I still need to do a little bit more to it, because like I said, January was a little hectic and crazy. But I'll spend the rest of my night right now doing my like content creation calendar. So I basically just put in like the days that I want to post, right? 3 videos a week. I start brainstorming some ideas. I take the ideas that you guys give on Instagram when I put up a little question box, and I'll start planning out some things. So I need to do that. And then I also do the exact same thing for the podcast as well, because I like to just have those videos, but those podcast episodes kind of set and ready to go for the month, so that not every week we're like picking and choosing. So Corey and I will kind of sit together and say, okay, here's our like 500 million ideas. Like, what do we actually want to talk about this month? Like, is there anything that people maybe want to chat through or want to see on the podcast? So with that, that's how I'm going to spend the rest of my night. I'm also going to edit this vlog because it's going to go up literally tomorrow. Like, hi everyone, I'm filming this on Monday, February 5th, and you'll see it first thing tomorrow. So with that being said, I love you guys so much. I hope you have a wonderful day, and I'll see you tomorrow. I'm probably gonna film, what do I have on the docket? I'm thinking work from home day tomorrow. Maybe that will be a good one. Maybe I'll do it Wednesday. I haven't quite decided. I need to kind of figure out exactly what kind of mood I'm in. But with that being said, I love you guys so much. Thanks for being here. Subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye everyone.